What happens when one of the world's most feared footballers suddenly turns into Gotham's most chaotic villain? No, this isn't a movie trailer. It's Erling Haaland, the unstoppable Manchester City striker, stepping straight out of a comic book and into Manchester's Halloween night. This year, Haaland ditched his football boots for something far darker: green hair, white makeup, and a devilish grin that could freeze defenders faster than any goal he's ever scored. The 25-year-old Norwegian superstar didn't just dress up for Halloween, he became the Joker. And true to form, Haaland didn't keep it simple. He turned the streets of Manchester into his own playground, plotting a Halloween prank that no one saw coming. Locals couldn't believe their eyes when the Premier League's top scorer strolled into convenience stores, laughing like a supervillain, all while pretending not to be himself. But what started as a lighthearted prank quickly revealed something deeper, a rare glimpse behind the mask of football's most intimidating forward. Because for one night, Haaland wasn't chasing records or breaking defenses. He was just having fun, letting the world see his chaotic, playful side. Before the prank began, there was the transformation, and for Haaland, it was a first. Sitting in a makeup chair, the usually stoic striker looked almost nervous but amused. "I've never dressed up as a character before," he admitted with a grin, as the makeup artist began attaching scars to his face and brushing on that signature Joker white. Piece by piece, the footballer disappeared. Out came the green hair dye, the crimson lipstick, and those menacing black eye rings that made him look straight out of Gotham. As the artist finished the final touch, Haaland leaned into the mirror, tilted his head, and smirked. "That looks sick," he said. And then, without missing a beat, he burst into a devilish laugh that sent chills through the room. For fans used to seeing Haaland's calm, focused demeanor on the pitch, this was a totally different side of him. The cold, lethal finisher turned into a mischievous trickster, fully embracing the chaos of the Joker. His girlfriend, Isabel Haugseng Johansen, couldn't help but laugh from the sidelines, watching her boyfriend slip into a role no one ever expected to see him play. But little did anyone know, this was just the beginning. Because once the makeup was on, Haaland wasn't planning to stay in the studio. He had a plan, and it involved taking his new identity straight to the streets of Manchester. Once the transformation was complete, the Joker was ready to play. Erling Haaland, now unrecognizable under layers of chaotic makeup and a sinister grin, stepped out into the cool Manchester night, not as a football superstar, but as Gotham's most unpredictable villain. With his girlfriend Isabel by his side, Haaland hit the streets and started his Halloween mischief. Their first stop? A small convenience store where the Joker casually walked in to buy diapers. Yes, diapers. The shopkeeper stared in confusion, probably wondering why a movie villain was shopping for baby supplies at midnight. Moments later, Haaland added a pack of Premier League trading cards to his basket, the same cards that had his own face printed on the front. But here's the best part. Even with the green hair, pale face, and scars, Haaland couldn't hide his identity. One customer squinted at him and asked the question everyone was thinking: "Are you the Man City boy?" Caught, but completely in character, Haaland just smirked, gave a Joker-style laugh, and walked off. It was the kind of playful chaos only he could pull off, the kind that turns a simple prank into viral gold. From there, he visited more local spots, filming it all for his YouTube channel. Laughter, confusion, selfies. Manchester had been officially pranked by its own football hero. But beneath all the makeup and mischief, one thing stood out. Haaland was genuinely having fun. For once, he wasn't the unstoppable striker or the face of global sponsorships. He was just a young guy, goofing around, living in the moment. And as fans would soon see, the prank wasn't just about the laughs, it was about showing the world who Erling Haaland really is when the stadium lights turn off. Behind the Joker's wild grin, there was something refreshingly real. For all the laughter and chaos, Haaland's prank wasn't about fame or flash, it was about fun. It showed a rare, unfiltered glimpse of who he really is when the cameras aren't chasing goals or trophies. Fans who watched the YouTube video noticed it instantly, the way he joked with shopkeepers, smiled at confused strangers, and laughed at himself when people recognized him. This wasn't the cold, robotic striker that headlines often describe. This was Erling Haaland, the kid from Norway who still finds joy in the simplest things. What made it even better was how natural it all felt. There was no entourage, no fancy production crew, no ego. Just Haaland, his girlfriend Isabel, and a camera capturing moments of pure spontaneity. It wasn't a celebrity stunt, it was human. Social media quickly flooded with comments praising his down-to-earth attitude. Fans wrote things like, "This is why everyone loves Haaland, he's real." Others pointed out how rare it is to see a megastar enjoy life without filters or pretension. Even through the Joker's twisted smile, Haaland reminded everyone that humor doesn't take away greatness, it enhances it. Because being the best in the world doesn't mean losing the ability to laugh at yourself. And in that sense, this prank wasn't just a Halloween moment, it was a masterclass in humility. Every Joker needs a partner in crime, and for Erling Haaland, that role belongs to his longtime girlfriend, Isabel Haugseng Johansen. She might not be in the spotlight as much as he is, but in this Halloween adventure, Isabel proved she's the calm to his chaos, the grounding force behind football's most unpredictable superstar. Throughout the prank, she was right there beside him, laughing, filming, and occasionally shaking her head at his over-the-top Joker antics. Fans watching the video couldn't help but notice their chemistry. The way she teased him, the way he looked at her with that same mischievous grin, it was the kind of playful connection you can't fake. Isabel has known Haaland since their teenage years back in Norway. She's been with him through every stage of his rise, from local leagues to global fame. And even now, as he dominates headlines and stadiums, she remains low-key and private, preferring to support him quietly from the background. That quiet loyalty is part of what fans adore about her. Together, they make an unexpected but refreshing pair, a superstar striker and his grounded, genuine partner, who reminds him to enjoy life beyond football. Their Halloween prank wasn't just about dressing up. It was a glimpse into their relationship, dynamic, real, fun, and full of shared laughter. And while the world sees Haaland as a machine on the pitch, Isabel sees the human behind the goals, the one who still loves pulling pranks, laughing too loud, and living in the moment. But after all the fun and games, it was time for Haaland to wipe off the makeup and return to the version of himself that defenders truly fear. Once the laughter faded and the green makeup came off, it was back to reality, or rather, back to the pitch. The very next morning, Erling Haaland swapped the Joker's chaos for city blue, lacing up his boots and getting ready to do what he does best, terrify defenders. After missing a midweek clash against Swansea, fans were anxious to know if their goal machine would be back in time for the weekend. Pep Guardiola confirmed it. Haaland was ready to play against Bournemouth. The Premier League's top scorer, already sitting on 11 goals, was hungry for more. It was almost poetic. One night, he's haunting Manchester's streets as a comic book villain, and the next, he's haunting goalkeepers across England. The duality of it all made fans love him even more. He could go from playful prankster to ruthless striker overnight, proving that beneath the charm and humor lies a relentless professional. Haaland's energy was different too. Maybe it was the Halloween spirit still lingering, or maybe the prank had reignited something in him, a reminder that football at its core is supposed to be fun. Whatever it was, his trademark grin was back. The same grin that followed him from the streets of Manchester to the Etihad Stadium, where he was ready to cause a different kind of chaos. But just when fans thought the fun was over, the internet was about to explode again, because Haaland's Joker night didn't just end in laughter, it went viral. It didn't take long for the internet to do what it does best, turn Haaland's Halloween prank into a global sensation. Within hours of uploading the video to his YouTube channel, the comments section exploded. Fans from all over the world flooded in, calling him the funniest footballer alive and the most relatable superstar ever.